to think about this church that we envision in the future, and these calls that God, the ways in which God is calling us into the future, this is going to require us to adapt. Now, some think that our governance structures keep us from adapting. Which aspect of our governance do you believe represent essential organizing principles that are critical to maintain, and which are open more to contextual adaptations, or which should be more flexible? Do you have a sense of that?
Yeah. Basically, I don't think there is anything in our current structure that prevents us from engaging in God's mission. I think that there can be changes that needs to be made that can equip us better or free us up to engage in God's mission. But basically, I don't think it's the structure that prevents us from doing it. When I look at what is at the core of who we are, what defines us, I would say things like our doctrine, understanding of connectionalism, our conferencing, superintending, supervision. I would say that what we would need would be a very limited book of discipline that really outlines the basic principles, but then leaves it to the different regions of the church to work out the details. And I could say the same about the social principles as an important part of our book of discipline, that they should be, short, succinct, rooted in theology, but then leave it to the regions to work out the details. Because the thing is, yes, we are one church, we are one United Methodist Church, but for decades we have acted as if we were McDonald's. I like to talk about the McDonalization of the church. It's like you have the same menu everywhere. You offer the same everywhere. It's exactly the same. No matter where you go, you will be able to recognize it's more or less the same. But even McDonald's has left that kind of thinking. They adapt their flavors, they adapt their menu to the different regions of the world. And our world is becoming more and more diverse. So there is a need to be able to adapt to those unique contexts. And that has influence on the way we structure. That has influence on our governance.
It sounds like what you're talking about is emphasizing greater self-determination and self-governance regionally, right? So that we can be, connected in mission globally, but decisions are being made within a particular local context. How do we get to that place? And is it time? It sounds like you're saying that it's time for that. So how do we get to that place?
I think it's time for that. I think it's a desire that is, or a need that is felt really across the church in the different regions. But I'm not quite sure that we know how to get there. I think there are several different avenues of getting there, like the Connectional Table, who has we brought a petition to organize the United States as a regional conference, more or less on the same level as the central conferences in other regions of the world. I think that could be one way. Another way is what has been proposed through the Standing Committee on Central Conference Matters, with their proposal for a general book of discipline that does pretty much what I talked about earlier. Perhaps those two things needs to be combined. I know that there are other petitions brought to General Conference that might accomplish this. perhaps we will find that at General Conference, when we get there, whenever we get there, there will be wisdom to find other solutions to this. But I think it is an area where we do need to find solution. Oftentimes the church moves slowly. At times it's healthy and good that we move slowly, but at times it is also a real problem.